This Yahoo was sent in by Graham Roebuck. Thank you, Graham. It's Yahoo Answers user question mark, who asks, how do you... Let me read a voice. Fun.
Okay.
How do you eat a hot dog in a fancy way?
Ooh.
And then there's a picture of a hot dog.
Just for reference?
Yeah, it's a big Frank. Big, thick Frank.
Big Francis.
With a line of mustard on it. How do you... excuse me, I'm going to the marina later, and some of my fellow business... I don't even know what, like, fancy people sound like. Maybe it's like Downton Abbey, but an episode where they all crush some dogs. You know what I mean? So, like, Matthew comes in, he's like, Uncle, look what I've discovered from the Americas. There's, like our sausages, but they don't taste like any sort of discernible thing. And
they call them wieners.
They call them wieners like a dick, Uncle. So I've invited the Duchess over for dogs. And I'm trying to figure out how not to get mustard on my fancy boy gloves. And I tried biting into one of them, and it expressed a juice that managed to get all over my frock. And so, Uncle, help me eat the hot dog in a fancy way.
There's no scene in Downton Abbey that would not be improved by one or more of the characters enjoying a hot dog. Just continued.
What if just once there was a really dramatic, like, you've lost it all, how could... And as it panned across, there's just a servant sitting in a chair and he's eating a hot dog, just as it, like, just kind of goes past in a tracking shot, and you're just like, wait, hold on.
Rewind.
Is that the under butler just eating a hot dog?
I think that guy's eating a hot... Is Lady Crawley eating... Oh my god, it's a hot dog.
She's got like 5 of them on a paper plate.
That's the episode. She's an American, and so she can eat the dogs and bring them all in, and she'll be like, oh, you guys are gonna love this. I don't know. It looks like one of our sausages, but it stinks a lot.
She's just got like a paper plate of hot dogs and like a 2-liter of like store brand root beer and like the grip of her arm.
That's it. And maybe the servants are all eating it, and all the rich people are like, I would never eat the hot dog.
Hotted dog?
But then you've heated the dog? It stinks so bad. Why do I want to eat it and watch baseball? And then they all do, and then they're like, you know what, Pores? Maybe we have more in common than I initially thought.
Now hand me do we drink the hot dog water? What do we do with the water left over from the hotted dogs?
Bring me more tubular meat.
Give me a split bun and some tubular meat.
And then they decide that only they can have hot dogs. And they don't let the servants have them anymore. Because
you can have this lobster and filet mignon. Give me another one of those round boys.
And then there's an episode because Lord Grantham is only eating hot dogs, and it's been 3 weeks. He just loves them so much, but it's the only thing he'll put into his body. So he's become racked with illness.
And then World War II happens.
And then there's no more hot dogs. They gotta send all their hot dogs
to the war. The Titanic sank. There were 20 tons of hot dogs on the Titanic. No.
Did someone think of the hot dogs?
All of those round boys at the bottom of the ocean getting eaten by those fish.
How much better would Titanic have been if at the end an old woman threw a hot dog into the ocean and you watched it for 40 minutes as it disintegrated in the water, and then it sunk and it landed on the jewel of the ocean, the heart of the ocean? How do you eat a hot dog in a fancy way?